social media is a great tool, but it's also a great distraction because it's very good at what it does. So one of the key things that we hear a lot when we talk about content, we touched on this in our Monday Masterclass in content, is that when you're making content, it doesn't just have to be for social. Social is a great outlet for content, and there's a big audience there. And that audience's attention is being held for you. So on your blog, you have to hold the audience's attention because they will have to stay on your site. And the only thing keeping them on your site is your blog. YouTube, for example, you have to try and keep people watching your YouTube video because on YouTube, there are lots of other videos, right? So you're already kind of starting to compete there. But on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or Twitter, you're, half a centimeter thumb move away from something else. So that content needs to engage. Now, getting people back into the app to look at it again and again and again, that's all being managed for you by those apps. So in return for that, they're going to put your content up as part of that mixture to see whether they can entice people back into the app. Now, you can either choose to be part of that game and throw some content into that social media engine or not. You don't have to do social media as part of your marketing strategy if you don't want to. I would argue that there's a lot of people out there who maybe are in that unaware stage who might find some little pops or signals or light bulb moments, ideas, that might be the first ever time that they hear about something like that. And for that level of that level of attention, I would say it's quite a nice tool that's easy and doesn't take too much effort. However, what I think we need to be clear on when we're talking about our marketing is that we're not trying to become influencers, because an influencer, by the definition, is someone who can influence large numbers of people to make a purchasing decision or to take a combined action. That's ultimately what the idea of being an influencer is. Cut away the fluffy nonsense that they pad around it. It's essentially an influencer is trying to get people to buy shit or do something. That's ultimately what they do. The do something could be all go and visit this hotel, all go to this event, all come to this thing. The buy stuff is just, I use this cup. If you like this cup, click the link, buy my stuff, So as an influencer, you need attention, you need regular attention, and you need consistent engagement. And when brands are looking at influencers, they're looking for consistency in your content reaction. So if I'm on Instagram and I want you to get excited about Instagram because I'm an influencer, I'm going to tell you that you can make lots of money out of Instagram. You can get loads of followers. You can sell loads of stuff. You've probably seen people talking about selling high ticket coaching places or high ticket coaching sales, bums on seats, places in webinars, all of this sort of stuff. And ultimately, it's all trying to build their credibility, not yours, because that's what they're doing, isn't it? They're trying to become an influencer and they're trying to sell their influence on the audience. So when they say, well, I've managed to sell 10 high ticket courses into this, whatever it is they're selling, what they're doing is they're credentializing their own influence status. So that's my sort of perception of the world of coaching on Instagram, for example, which is the experience I have of coaching on Instagram, because when we were doing lots of research onto whether we wanted to get involved in coaching on Instagram, we very quickly decided that we didn't, because it's just not our scene. So that's cool. We don't have to. That's the great thing about social media. And it's what all the people who are involved in social media won't tell you, because they've all got a vested interest in you getting involved in social media. But our opinion of it from the sort of better, bolder, braver point of view is that actually social media is a great tool if you use it wisely, but it's a real easy wormhole to jump into and not come out of for a long time. So my advice would be, we'll do the first tip here would be to find the screen time setting on your phone. Now, if you're Android friends, this could be absolutely anywhere. I don't know how to help you because Samsung have got their own thing, Google have got their own thing. I personally have a Google Pixel phone, and it's really easy to find on the Pixel because you just scroll down and it says screen time. But if you search in your settings for screen time restrictions, if you've got kids, you'll know where this is. Essentially, what you need to do is to find the Instagram app and put a timer on it. This would be my advice to you. And stick a timer on it for just 30 minutes. You might be thinking, I don't spend 30 minutes on Instagram. The average person opens Instagram over 35 times a day and spends over an hour and a half on the app. Treat yourself to a quick look at how many times you open it a day and how long you spend on it. That may be an eye-opener. So that would be I'll dig up a couple of how-tos and chuck them under the video. Now, why am I getting you to do this? The first thing is people always say to me, Simon, I don't have time to be on social media. I don't have time to do stories. I don't have time to do all of this. And I get them to go to this setting and I say, well, how much time did you spend scrolling through cat videos, cats being scared of cucumbers, cats falling off shelves, all of this sort of stuff? About an hour and 5 minutes. Okay, so what we've learned there is that you're willing to spend an hour and 5 minutes scrolling through someone else's content and then have no time left to do your own. So if you can scroll, you can create on social. That would be my thinking. I've set mine to 30 minutes and I go through periods of hitting that every day and then periods of not getting anywhere near it. It's just how it goes. But having that timer is just a little flag to you to be like, oh, I've spent a lot of time scrolling. And Simon said, if I can scroll, I can create. So if you've scrolled through 30 minutes of content, why not spend the next 30 minutes making something in Canva or doing a video yourself on Instagram? And then you'll be part of someone else's 30 minutes.